Hi, this is Oscar from Strategic Tech Coaching, and this video is for you if you love to learn, if you love to read non-fiction books. Have you ever read a non-fiction book and got really inspired, but then you just left the book aside and you didn't do anything with the strategies that was in that book? I used to do this a lot in the past, so I had to come up with a system, because it's only by implementing the strategies from these non-fiction books that you see a change in life. You can read all the non-fiction books in the world, but if you don't use the strategies that they're talking about, nothing will change. So I believe in learning for life. You should always be learning, you should always be curious and learn new things. But also, if you want an actual change, if you reading non-fiction books, you should also take out the best strategies from those books and implement them into your daily life. And if you've been following me, you know that this is the whole concept behind Strategic Tech Coaching, that we use technology and coaching to implement successful strategies. So I'll give you an example. I'm currently reading this book. It's called Grit by Angela Duckworth. And she has it's a great book about grit, and grit is very, very important. Perseverance, grit, grinding. That's an extremely important quality if you want to succeed. So I can just read this book and put it aside and do nothing with and continue with my life, but that doesn't mean any actual change. So what you want to do is, you, of course, old school, you summarize the book with your pen and paper. So you take out the key points separately, and my recommendation is to take those key points and put them in the note section of your phone. So you also have them in the note section of the phone. Other things you can do is, in today's world, most authors will be on some form of podcast to promote their book. So you read the book, you summarize it, you put it in your phone, so you have the notes, and you write down also the action steps that you're going to take based on these strategies. Next thing is, you search for the author on your favorite podcast player, and you listen to a couple of interviews with the author. So you read the book, you understand the concepts, and now you also get the chance to listen to her talk about the concept. Next, go to YouTube and search for, in this case, Angela about grit. She's done a TED talk about grit. So you read the book, you summarize it, you listen, and then you watch the TED talk. And now the concepts are getting ingrained even more. And I just did a search on YouTube on Angela Duckworth and grit, and it was a 55 minutes talk from Google that came up. So even better, after you read the book, you can again repeat the information by watching her talk on Google. So that's the way to mastery, because it's not just about reading the book and then putting it aside. So learn, practice, teach is a quote from Jim Rohn, and that's what I like to do. So you read it, but then you practice it and you repeat the content from different sources. And teaching, sometimes if I don't, I do a lot of speaking and teaching, but sometimes I just teach to my wife the latest thing I read in that book, because that's really, if you want to master it, if you say, hey, tonight I want to share a little bit, some stuff from a book that I just read that are really, really powerful. And then you had to summarize it in your own words to your partner. That's also a very, very powerful thing. So these are some ways, some tips and tricks on how you can better read non-fiction books and really see a change in your life. I hope you like these tips. If you do, subscribe to the YouTube channel, because we have more things coming up for you. Thank you so much for watching.